So these are my SummerSlam 2025 predictions, and I will start it right away. Let's go to night one. First match, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. From what I have seen, it like it it shows how much faith that they have, that they haven't had one single segment in the ring together, a talking segment. It shows how much faith that Triple H has. This can be one of those matches where like we wanted to get the belt on Jade, just quickly get the belt on her. We already have Bianca waiting in the wings. Bianca can come back, they can have a feud, and you can have Bianca eventually turn heel. But I do see a scenario where Tiffany, maybe she retains her title, because remember, in the evolution match that Jade had, after the match you can see like Bianca was not really happy with Jade, the way she was looking at her after the match against Naomi. I can see Bianca interfering and maybe Tiffany winning, and maybe then Bianca can either win at Clash at Paris or maybe the pay-per-view after that, and then you can have a Bianca Jade, a Bianca Tiffany feud as well. And you don't really have any heels, a major heel on SmackDown. You have Julia, but she's in the United States Championship division. She herself needs opponents to go up against to make her and the title legitimate. You have, I mean, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green are in the Secret Service and they're not that top card level. Nia Jax was there, but now she has gone to NXT to have a feud with Lash Legend, so probably she's not going to be there at least till Heatwave. So, what do you do with Jade Cargill? You need a top heel. Naomi went to Raw because Liv Morgan is not there, and there's no like better option than Bianca, because Bianca also needs opponents to face. You cannot turn Tiffany and Bianca both heel, because the other baby faces are in a tag team, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. So, and you can keep, if you have these three women, you can keep this feud going on for a while until you add other people. You have Crown Jewel event also, where the Crown Jewel championship will be defended, so you can cut off 1 month there also. And I think probably the better moment will be to have Jade win the championship at WrestleMania. Like give her, like maybe do like a singles match, or maybe Naomi loses the women's world championship before WrestleMania, gets herself reinserted. You do a triple threat. Jade wins the championship at WrestleMania. So I'm making a bold step. I'm going with Tiffany Stratton retaining due to Bianca Belair interference. Then you have Sami Zayn versus Karrion Cross. I think Sami is winning because Sami is getting beat up a lot. Karrion doesn't need to win to ensure that he gets over. What you need to do is Sammy finally uses the pipe to win the match. He actually proves Cross's point without losing to him. So that way, Sammy gets a win, Cross proves his point, and you can have Sammy go berserk on Cross next night. You can have Cross be like, "You may have beaten me, but you are the devil and everything," and Sammy just goes insane, like he concertos him or something or Raw, and and if Karen Cross has not re-signed with the company, that is a good way to write him out. That gives Sammy heat, maybe gives a little bit edge to his babyface character, maybe make him a tweener, like hint, uh, more towards the babyface side, but with a tweener with an edge. And you can, and even if he resigns, then you can have him, you know, take a break because of Sami Zayn's attack, and then you can, write up storylines for him to feature in when he comes back. Maybe you shift him to SmackDown. Maybe you still keep him on Raw, but have him return maybe against AJ Styles WrestleMania season time or something. You do that. So I do think Sami is gonna win. Then you have Judgment Day versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I do think Alexa and Charlotte are winning because I don't think WWE thought that Alexa and Charlotte would get over to this extent. I think they always had a plan to put them in a tag team because they have been doing this Alexa and Charlotte stuff since the SmackDown after WrestleMania. Maybe, like, I think Fightful Select reported that there were no plans for Alexa to face Charlotte, so it looks like probably this was the plan anyway. I don't think the plan was to have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte to face them at SummerSlam. I do think they probably thought it will take at least 1 or 2 more months to get them like truly over. The thing is, there are plausible scenarios where the Judgment Day can win, and it would make sense because Charlotte and Alexa still not on the same page, and in a way, like Raquel and Roxanne just got the titles. They have been looking good. Judgment Day with all the gold is a good storyline. But then you can still tell the storyline if both Raquel and Roxanne lose. Maybe they lose because of Dominic. Maybe Dominic tries to get involved when he isn't told to involve, and that actually costs the Judgment Day. And that way, maybe Finn can assert more control over the group. And you can have Charlotte and Alexa be champions for 2 3 months, and then maybe take the titles back to Raquel and Roxanne. So just in time for Liv Morgan to return, maybe Royal Rumble season. So I'm picking Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I do want to see who do they go up against. Like first, they're probably gonna have a rematch with Raquel and Roxanne. You have the Secret Service also, but apart from that, you don't really have any heels. Though I can see the Kabuki Warriors turning heel also because they've been showing some shades of it. Now going forward, we have uh, what else was there on night one? There was you have you have Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And the only thing that I would say is Roman and Jey are going to win. Though it would be fun if they introduce like a new character because they're doing the stuff that Braun is the new leader. Maybe Braun, without the permission of Seth, maybe he brings up a Ethan Page, maybe a Ricky Saints as a new member. That causes Roman and Jay to lose. You can have Jay take the pin, but I think Bronson is going to take the pin. He took the Jays from Roman. He's going to take the pin. The only reason I'm not excited about this match is because it's a tag match. If it was a tornado tag, I would have been excited because it's going to be like a standard tag, bloodline tag. They're going to work over him, yada yada yada. Not much is going to happen there. In the end, you may get some spears and everything. In the end, Roman is going to pin Bronson by a spear. And then you also have I'm like CM Punk versus Gunther is there. I am missing. Yeah, you have Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. This match actually, like, if you think logically, Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul should win. Drew McIntyre should actually pin Randy Orton because Randy got a win over Drew at Saturday night's main event. And Drew has, whenever it seems like they bring back Drew and they give him momentum, they take it away. Like they did the old Bloodline Hunter stuff, him beating Sammy, but then him just getting eliminated just like that, then him getting pinned by Jay and Jimmy, him getting pinned by Damon at Elimination Chamber. Then you see him win at WrestleMania, you think that okay, getting some momentum back. Then he gets concertoed by Damien Priest. He comes back. Conveniently, he has forgotten that Damien Priest almost ended his career. He goes into a feud with Randy Orton. He looks like he's into the main event scene, loses, and now is in a tag match. Though they have done a pretty good, I don't think they could have done a better build for this match than they have done. Though in a way, I do feel Drew teaming up with Logan goes against everything he said, but then Drew is a prick, so he can be like a hypocrite with that. Like Drew pinning Randy makes sense to me. You can still have the Jerry Lowell roll doing the choke slam on Logan Paul, and Drew can get a sneaky win. Though you can still, though I do think they're gonna have Randy and Jelly Roll win because Jelly Roll is not going to be in WWE for a long while. Like this is the month that he had off on his worldwide tour. So I don't think he's gonna go on his worldwide tour back with a loss. We're probably gonna see Jelly Roll hit a choke slam. That way you can protect Drew in a defeat and you get Randy and Jelly Roll winning. That's what's gonna happen. CM Punk versus Gunther. I predict Seth is cashing in and he's winning the WWE Championship. Though it would be fun if Seth cashes in the Cody and Cena match. You're seeing that maybe both Cody and Cena are baby faces, but then that is the moment is ruined by Seth Rollins cashing in and becoming champion, and also because Cena doesn't have that many dates left, so he can be written out because he lost. Cody is not going to be there for a while because he's going to go film Street Fighter. So Seth on SmackDown, like him being the big heel with Braun and Bronson, him being on SmackDown with a faction, and then maybe Gunther being the world champion on Raw, like doesn't seem that bad. But then having two heel champions, like I think Seth will cash in here. Probably in between the match, you're not gonna have CM Punk win over Gunther. I think what they're gonna do is maybe CM Punk is close to pinning Gunther and then Seth just stomps him and he pins Punk to become the World Heavyweight Champion. And that way you can also give Gunther in this feud. Maybe he takes some time off and when he returns, he goes after Seth and Punk because he was the World Heavyweight Champion. He didn't get pinned. Now, and I have got nothing else to say about that because I know they're going to put up a great match. The build has been fine. I think it could have used a week or two more. Maybe a back and forth segment between Gunther and CM Punk, bringing more of each other's insecurities. Maybe a brawl apart. I think that could have helped. But I think it's going to be great, and I'm happy for Gunther. Like, he's getting a main event in front of near 50,000 people in MetLife Stadium and the first two night SummerSlam on night one defending the World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm happy. And I think probably if you're gonna have a straight up win, you're not gonna have Seth cash in. I think Gunther should win because he needs the win much more than Punk. You can have shenanigans, you can do stuff, you can have the mystery, like you can have a new member of Seth's faction cost him the match. Maybe is Ricky Saints come and he costs Punk the match. I think if you're not gonna have Seth cash in, you need to have uh, Gunther win the match. Now going on to night two, which is you can say like filled with matches, more matches which actually matter. First, Becky versus Lyra. I think it's simple. Bailey is gonna come, she's gonna turn heel, and Becky is gonna retain. And then Becky can go on to defend it against. There are many people, Asuka, Kairi, and she will find some mid carder that she wants to elevate, and she will do good with it. Bailey and Lyra then kind of have a feud because Lyra will be pissed that she can't challenge because Becky is still champion. Bailey has, you know, a character change, and this time she's not a goofy heel, she's like a serious heel. So you do a big feud with that, and maybe after the feud, which eventually Lyra wins, maybe Lyra goes up to the Women's World Championship and Bailey can always then as a heel stay in that mid card or in that women's world championship picture. Maybe Bailey takes the title of Becky going forward, so you can do a lot of stuff with that. I think Becky's gonna retain. Then going forward you have Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. This is probably one of the better built feuds. This has been all comedy and AJ got the win over Dom on Raw. I think Dom is gonna win. Maybe you're gonna see a lot of shenanigans. Judgment Day coming out. Probably Maybe Finn. It looks like Finn is gonna help AJ, but it costs like it actually helps Dominic. Maybe he gets a little bit like confused or like deliberately confused, but then Roxanne helps Dom to win. I think Dominic is gonna win. He's probably gonna win at Triple A show also, and he's gonna be the Intercontinental and the Triple A Mega Champion at the same time. I hope the match is good because I know that they can put up a good match. I hope it is good. Then the third match, which is the Women's World Championship. Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. Naomi is gonna win. They're probably gonna do like a visual pin spot, like maybe Rhea hits the super riptide on Io Sky, and she has got like one, two. Naomi just at the nick of time pushes Rhea away and like quickly steals the pin, and she wins. And it will make sense according to the Rhea and Io story that Rhea like had like visual pins over Io at Evolution and at SummerSlam, but in the end, Naomi just got away, and then she's gonna go into a feud with Stephanie. Okay, it won't make sense for Naomi to lose. So they can still have Rhea win because then they can protect Io. Rhea can win, and then they'll probably have her hold her till WrestleMania. But I do think right now Rhea and Stephanie is not a Clash of Paris match. It can be a WrestleMania main event. So I think Naomi is gonna win. That's it. You also have the fourth match, which is for the WWE United States Championship. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. I think Solo is winning because I do think they want to hold off for a little while, maybe extend it till War Games, maybe a little bit before that. I think because Tama is gonna come back, and it's probably gonna be a finish where Solo Sikoa like falls off the cage, or maybe Tama Tonga like throws him off the cage, something like that. Like he will win in the weakest way possible, and it will not be through a pin. It will be through like escaping through the door or like jumping off the cage. And I think that way you can protect Jacob, and then Jacob can go berserk after the match. He just starts beating everyone up, so he can get his heat back. And Solo just won the title. He's been doing fun stuff with it. I think you can do more with it. So I think Solo wins. Jacob can get his moment anyways, anytime, and he will. And then going on to the next match, which is your fifth match, and it has the potential to be the best match of the show, of the year, and maybe the most middest match of the show. Remember the six pack tag which happened at WrestleMania 40 for the Raw and both Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championship? Everyone thought that it would steal the show, and it was fine because there are 12 people. Not everyone get their spots in. Some spots maybe people will not get the timing right. Some spots maybe people forget. So it's gonna be a cluster. So I just hope that they give a great match. I think White Six are retaining. If the White Six are not retaining, I can see them maybe making Andrade and Ray Phoenix because of the AAA thing, and like telling AWC Ray Phoenix is champion now. But they can have Flaxium win also because yeah, they have done good stuff on SmackDown. They were on a winning streak. But if you want really Flaxium to be like over, like what more over can they be if they have like a 5-star match with people remember for ages, and Flaxium wins that? They instantly become a tag team that no one ever forgets. But I do believe White Six are going to win because they just won the titles, and the story that they're telling is that the SmackDown Tag Team Division, which already has a lot of conflict, they have the big bad wolf in the name of Wyatt Six, and who can take them down? And I do think Fraxium are going to want to take them down probably at Mania or the SmackDown before or after Mania. I think Fraxium are going to be, and they're going to probably pin them clean. So I don't think White Six are going to lose. They are probably going to retain. Now, going to the last, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena street fight. I don't think a double turn is happening. I don't think a heel turn is happening. I can see like John Cena presumably turned face. I think that's just a ruse. He's gonna do heel shenanigans in the match, but in the end, Cody's gonna overpower him. He's gonna win, and in the end, after the match, when you feel like John Cena is gonna like he does the hug and he doesn't look at the camera, and he just like maybe looks at the camera, smiles, hugs him, lifts his hand, and you go off the show with Cody Rhodes. Arey yaar. So I think that that's the way that you go off SummerSlam, and I think they can do like a double swerve, have Seth Rollins cash in, become the champion, but I don't think they're gonna do that. I think Cody is gonna win. So I hope that the match is better than the WrestleMania match. It's street fight. John Cena matches have been smoke and mirrors. I do hope it's better. I can see them doing like a Rock and Hogan, that like Hogan kind of like turns babyface for the match. Rock is a heel. Hogan does heel shenanigans, but he's still a babyface. After the match, Rock becomes a bigger babyface because Hogan lifts his hand. I can see that kind of match repeating in this main event. So that was my review. Tell your review in the comment section. So if you like this type of content, like this video, share and subscribe. If you don't, then share it with those who do. My social media accounts, which are my Twitter/X account and my Instagram account, links are in the description, so go follow me on that. My UPI ID link, which is shabboy@okicic, is also in the description, so go donate any amount of money which can help me make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for today. So thank you, goodbye, alvida.